Hi, this is CThompson with Baird and Warner back at you again this week to give you another weekly update on the Naperville market. I do this every week, Tuesdays, 12:15 p.m. I know it's 12:17, but here I am. And I do it every week. It's going to be the same format. I always have a little surprise chart or piece of information at the very end of the video. So thanks for watching, sticking with me and going through this. I try to keep it under 10 minutes, so I keep it pretty quick. And of course, if there's any information that you want that I'm not talking about, or you want it more specific to a certain market that you're shopping or selling in or planning to sell in, just give me a holler by call or text. You've got all my numbers right here on the screen, so you know how to reach me, okay? But I'm gonna screen share right now, so that way you can see all of the charts that I have to share with you. So hang in with me for a second here. Let me get that set up. I'm sorry. I have a lot of appointments going on today, and it's been a crazy day. No complaining here at all. I'm very fortunate and happy to be very busy. So here we go. I'm going to screen share now. And just to get started on the slideshow, the first slide that I want to share, this was what I showed last week. And I really like to focus on the new, this part here, 111 new listings, and then this part here, 111 under contract. And I always like to remind people that the new listings, I like to say new, because sometimes agents will cancel off an existing listing and then make it new to try and get it new exposure, possibly to new buyers that hit the market and it looks new to them. So it may not be 111 unique really new listings, but probably pretty close to it. So we can see it's pretty much neck and neck, equal new listings to what went under contract. That was a week ago. This week we're seeing 105 new and then 107 under contract. Those numbers, right as you see them, we're seeing there's a little bit more going under contract than homes coming on the market, and it's probably even less than 105 that were unique homes coming new on the market. So this should be pushing it more and deeper into a seller's market. As all the experts predicted, we're going to have this V curve, and this is the V curve happening right now. We are rebounding in the real estate. So this is a great time, sellers, to get on the market because the inventory is low. There's more buyers making offers than homes coming on the market. This is to your advantage, all right? And buyers, call me if you want advice on how to win that home. If you find, or if you're concerned about being in a bidding war, there are ways to win those homes. Don't lose hope, okay? This graph, again, was a week ago, and it showed that we had, for active homes, they were on the market for 84 days on average, and homes that went under contract, 63 days on average. This week, we're seeing active homes are on average at 82 days, under market, 52 days. Now, when we see this number, that means there are homes that are not priced right. I know it's a seller's market, but there's still always a threshold for how much you can be demanding from a buyer. Don't get too crazy out there if you want to get your house sold. Do it smart. And the sellers that are doing it smart, they're at 52-day average versus the sellers that are trying to hold for that higher price and 82 days on the market. And beware of the sellers, I'm speaking to you, of the strategy of like, well, I don't want to get it sold right away, so I'm going to just try for that higher price. You're killing yourself, okay? You're killing yourself because the longer and longer you sit on the market, the buyers are going to think, what's wrong with the house? Why isn't anybody buying it? And then it starts getting a stigma, and then price drop, price drop, price drop. And you end up selling it lower than what you should have sold it for, especially in a seller's market. So if you don't need to sell right now, if you got logistics in your way, like, hey, you know, we got to wait for this amount of money to come in or something, and then we can sell it, or whatever your personal situation is that's out of your control, then don't put it on the market. I know this sounds crazy for me to say that because this is a fantastic time to go on the market, but if you really, really cannot sell it right now, don't waste market time sitting on the market, especially being a seller's market. And if people see you're sitting on the market, they're going to think there's got to be something really wrong with this house if it's still sitting on the market during a seller's market. Okay, so do this wisely. Go on the market, when you are committed to selling your house, okay? And then you can capture a really good price. Don't work against yourself and end up selling it for lower than you should, okay? It's crime as far as I'm concerned. So now here we're looking at the averages per listing, how many showings. And this is the last 5 weeks. We can see we had a very consistent hovering around 1.3 all the way into the end of July. Then we hit August. Look at this. Went from 1.38 per showings per listing to 1.55 and then up to 1.65. And we saw that the inventory was lower than the number of offers. Come on, you guys. You know, try to put your logistics aside or try and work them out. Get your house on the market and be committed to it and get it sold, because this is turning into a fabulous time to be selling. Now, this was last week's market action index needle. It says 35. This is a soft seller's market this week. Jumped up a little bit, 36. But we can see that's supported by how the number of contracts was a little bit more than the number of homes that went on the market, and the average number of showings per listing. So everything is in groove here. It's all, working together here. Everything is pointing towards seller's market. Okay. Interest rates. Why is it a seller's market? Average 30-year fixed showed yesterday morning at 3.09. I'm hearing 2.99 also. It's going to really depend on the buyer's credit scores, their ratios. There's a lot of varying puzzle pieces that go into what rate you're going to get. But I'm hearing 2.95. Some people heard even lower than that. So it is definitely low. And as I said in my previous week, we are at a 50-year historical low on interest rates. Fabulous. So another reason for you sellers to get out there, because the buyers really want to buy your size home, and now they can afford it because the interest rate is lower. And that's the same message to you buyers. This is a great time to be moving, especially if you want to be moving up, because you can afford more home now for the same monthly cost. It's fabulous. So get out there. I wish I could buy, I wish I had to buy a home. These rates are so fabulous. I want to buy a home, but I don't need to buy a home right now. So unfortunately, I can't take advantage of these great rates other than sharing it with you and hoping that you can get something out of it. And that'll make me happy. I love seeing people getting very good opportunities and bringing wonderful situations into their lives. That's what I do. That's my job. I'm here to make you happy. Okay. So that's why I like to do this show. Share the information so that way you're not missing out on a really important piece of information. I don't want you looking in the rearview mirror going, oh, wish I knew about that rate, or oh, I wish I knew it was a seller's market. I would have sold them. So keep watching the show. Share it with people that are humming and hawing and thinking about selling. Share the show with them so they can, turn on the light bulb here, people. And so that way you can take advantage of what's going on right now, because we don't have a crystal ball and we don't know what's going on in the future. But I'm going to share another slide. I always have my little surprise slides here, so I like to do that. Now, I just like to point out, let's see what the perspective is from a home buyer, okay? When they were asked, and this is based on NAR, I believe, when asked, I didn't change the little source down here, I apologize, but it is probably from NAR. When buyers were asked about buying a home, 55% of consumers are more optimistic today, and 33% mentioned no change due to the impact of the coronavirus, because we're all always wondering, how has the coronavirus affected the real estate market? How has it affected the psyche of consumers thinking about buying, because they're an important part of the real estate market. If there's no one out buying, it's dead, right? Although it's never happened in all of American history. But so 34% are much more optimistic versus before the coronavirus. 21% somewhat more. 33%, there's no impact of the coronavirus, buying a house. And then we have only 12% that's more on the, pessimistic side, I'll say. So that's really good. I love seeing that. And hopefully all of you that are in this portion are aware of the interest rates too, so you can take advantage of it. And then lastly, 41% of home buyers are accelerating their purchase timelines today. And it's probably largely due to the really good rates. And as I said, we don't have a crystal ball. And there are a lot of programs, money being spent on programs for this coronavirus situation. And the government is eventually going to have to sit back and go, how are we going to pay for this? I mean, I know they're printing money, but they're going to have to try and make some money back too. You just can't keep printing and printing. So one of the things that would seem logical, I don't have any proof it'll happen, or I'm not hearing official talk about it, but it would seem logical that the feds would say, let's raise the base rate, and then interest rates are going to go up. And this is probably why a lot of home buyers are accelerating their purchasing today, because maybe they're thinking the same thing. And they want to make sure that they can capture this interest rate and be able to get that home that normally they couldn't afford, do the move up while they can. And then 63% of consumers are saving more money, which can be put towards a down payment. That's great. Kudos to all of you out there that are doing it. I think that's fantastic. Maybe because you can't go out to restaurants that much anymore, and now you got some money to squirrel away. So do it. That's fantastic. But do keep in mind how much you are able to put aside and how long it takes. Weigh that out with, in case the rates go up a point. Was worth making that money to put down make any difference on your loan? You might still have the same monthly payment, because if the interest rates go up, even though you're putting more down, you're still paying as much per month. So you just lost time and you weren't able to get that house. And after you purchase it, you could always be saving still and put more towards your monthly payment and get your, shorten your loan. So a lot of things to think about. I highly recommend that you talk to a lender and have a relationship with a lender, so that way they are monitoring the market closely for you. So that way you are not going to miss out on any opportunities. So thank you all for watching my show. Hope I didn't talk too fast, but I got to run off to another appointment. And we'll record this show, upload it into YouTube. If you're just catching it now, you can watch it on YouTube in about 24 to 48 hours. We'll definitely have it up by then, okay? And you can just go to YouTube and watch, search CThompson Real Estate. You'll find a little blue thumbnail of blue doors. I'm opening big blue doors, and it says weekly update. So again, thank you for watching. I hope you're all continuing to play it safe out there. Be respectful of others, wear your masks where required, and wash your hands, drink lots of water, and keep yourself healthy, okay? I'm certainly working on that on my end, and respecting all of my clients' needs and keeping them safe. And I can do that for you too if you are thinking of shopping for a home, looking to buy, sell, or both. I'll be sure to take care of all of your real estate needs and your safety needs. You take care all, and see you next week. Bye-bye.